Hey, what's up, Star Trek fans? This is Star Trek Late Night. Me and my wife recorded on our phone the other day a little bit of predictions about what we think is going to happen in Episode 9. Episode 9 is coming up, and we predicted what we think is going to happen. Will we be right? You can listen and find out. Um, Me and my wife have been pretty accurate this season, kind of. Like, I think we've been about 75% on many of the things we thought. So, as we went on. So if you don't like theory videos and theory-ish, spoiler-ish theories, and you like to just not think about anything that's going to happen, and you just like to be fully surprised, then this video is not for you. But if you pretty much have an idea what you think is going on and you like all the theory stuff, then enjoy our opinions of what we think might happen. And here we go. What are your predictions? Who's going to die?
I think 90% Deanna dies.
Okay, now I don't think she will.
But I also think like Riker could die.
Oh, I think nobody's gonna die from the main crew.
Definitely somebody's dying from the main crew.
I think Captain Shaw's gonna die.
I think he could die too.
And
I also think Seven maybe could die.
Well, you just think everybody's gonna die.
But also she's thrown herself into like death's way so many times now that I think maybe she's not gonna, because they already had like 8 times where they said like it looked like Seven was gonna die, and she didn't. So I'm like, maybe Seven's not gonna die.
Who do you think is the bad guy?
You mean the face?
What is bad? What's the big bad thing that's we don't know about?
I think that Picard had something that masked itself as Ironic syndrome, and it ended up in Jack, and it's something that Jack has in him. I'm trying to think back to Star Trek episodes and something I could pull out of there. I think it's going to be something we've seen before, but something I'm forgetting.
Wait. So you think it's gonna be like not really anything? It's just gonna be something? You don't like
I think there's 2 things going on. I think there's something that was in Picard that's in Jack, or whatever, that looks like
so it's the Borg.
Syndrome. So maybe, yeah. I think there definitely could be a Borg connection, especially because Vadic said something to Seven like, "Oh, it's like appropriate you're here," or something like that.
Right.
So I think, yeah, I think there's
so you think it's the Borg?
Something to do with the Borg. However, I don't think maybe the Borg is like necessarily the major evil, although it would make sense if it was the Borg since of all the connection to Picard, and then Seven's there, and then Shaw had that whole thing about the Borg and the real Borg being out there, and the Borg.
Yeah, they mentioned
it would make sense if he died because of his connection with the Borg and being mad about the Borg and all the Borg. So probably it's something to do with the
like
Borg.
he's gonna like sacrifice himself because he's so angry at the Borg. It's like in Independence Day when the guy
should have died with his friends on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So
I'm coming home, boys.
I think the most likely thing.
Remember Independence Day? He flies the plane into the alien.
I think the most likely thing is the Borg.
Okay. What about something else is controlling the Borg?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is I think maybe
that's too much for 2 little episodes of.
But it could be the Borg, but also, I mean, the Changelings are already involved, and the Changelings have reached out to other things in the past. Like when they reached out to the Cardassians, they wanted to work with the Cardassians.
Well, that's the whole thing, is people think it's Gul Dukat.
Because he not bad at the end?
Gul Dukat? Yeah, he got thrown into that fiery shit at the end of Deep Space Nine, remember? He had the book.
I don't know.
So you think it's the Borg?
I think I'm like 90% like Borg, something Borg.
I'm now starting to think it's something to do with the Borg too. But I missed my original Armis pick.
It was never gonna be Armis.
I still remember.
He's a fucking idiot. It was never gonna be Armis. He was like a retard. As far as
he was outsmarted, but he might have been young. Maybe he was young then. Now he said 30 years and he's older. Maybe 1 year to him is 10 years.
No, he was fucking retarded.
He was an oil slick.
Yeah, he was the stupidest bad guy.
No. Well, he killed Tasha.
So?
Alright, so... Alright, so number 1, you're going number 1, Borg is the main bad person.
I'm pretty sure it's got to have something to do with the Borg.
I think I might agree with that now too, but I don't know.
I think the fact that she said that thing to Seven, like, oh, you're here.
Fitting that you're here, something like that.
Picard could have easily had something in him because of post-Borg, which was like season 3 or 4, and dealing with all of that and stuff like whatever. And then it was after that the Ironic syndrome came on.
I'm recording all this so we can.
Oh, all right.
We're playing like bingo, Star Trek bingo here. We'll see who wins.
He's always had a connection. The Borg has always been a connection, and then now you're bringing in Shaw, who's clearly got a connection to the Borg. We've got Seven on deck, who's got a connection to the Borg. There's just and then last season too. I mean, I guess if you want to tie in, they were scared of something coming through because of the Borg, whatever that bitch was there.
Wow, what was coming through that tunnel thing?
Yeah, they never even fucking told us. Or no, yeah, they had that tunnel there.
This is that'd be a hell of a retcon if it's the Borg, because the Borg are supposed to be the good guys now, or whatever happened in the last season.
Doesn't mean all of the Borg are.
Yeah, it's true, just that section.
They could have broken away because of what's her face.
What's the number 2 guess then, if it's not the Borg?
I would probably go with the whole Deep Space Nine shit.
That it's like got something to do with the power race.
Yeah, the power race.
Okay. And all right, so I'm going Borg 1, Armis 2.
It's not Armis.
I'm going with Armis 2.
It's not Armis.
I know.
If it's like
That's awesome. I'm sorry.
No,
like
not.
I think it's awesome.
Stupid.
That would be awesome.
Freaking oil slick.
I never forgot. Like, he's fucking crazy.
No, he's not. He's stupid.
He got outsmarted once.
It's all it took.
I'm not taking you anywhere.
I'm not taking you anywhere.
That's what made me think.
But
like,
I also think Riker could go. They had their big makeup moment where everything's okay, like they've connected again, blah blah blah. But I'm really, really scared for Troy. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Beverly went.
Jesus, I
And set that dude off. Release whatever is hiding in him. Watching his mom die.
Well, what if Worf goes?
Well, then I'll get up and walk away. I fucking love Worf.
I love Data, and I watched Nemesis 4 times.
Nothing's gonna happen to him. He's died like 8 times now.
But I mean, I'm talking about in 2003 in the movie theater. I went and saw Data die 4 times, and I cried 2 of those times. You know what? I was there with.
You know why?
I was there with Crystal.
You know why I was always okay with the Data death? Because
it completes
B4.
him.
No, because of
Oh,
B4.
yeah.
And the whole ending scene.
I
where
still
it
wasn't
was
okay
like
with it.
everything was uploaded to B4, and I knew that before because Data had already said in that movie that he was uploading everything into B4 because of the hope that like it would kickstart his positronic net type thing, whatever, something like would kick in. So all through the movie, I'm like, oh, he put all of his shit into the fucking B4. Why? And then he dies, and it's like, that's why. And then at the end, he's humming his little tune or singing or whistling, whatever he's doing at the end there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So that's why I was like, Data's not dead. Data's there. The possibility for Data to come back is always going to be there because of B4. And look at, he's died like 8 times now and always come back. I'm not scared for Data.
I'm not scared for Data.
I'm scared for Troy and Riker and Beverly.
Also,
and
that Data is really dead still to me, because
I don't
that
think Geordi's
real
going
Data
anywhere.
is dead. I'm saying nobody dies. I even think Jack is not going to die.
I'm not worried about Jack dying. I'm worried about Jack, finding out that Jack isn't really their kid or something.
Yeah. All right.